Every year in the United States, people die from generators, not from the grid going down, not from the emergency itself, from the machine they bought to survive it. Carbon monoxide poisoning from generators run indoors or in attached garages kills more people in the aftermath of major storms and blackouts than almost any other post-disaster cause of death. It killed people after Hurricane Ian, after Winter Storm Uri, after every significant regional blackout in the last 2 decades, and that is just mistake number 1. The generator industry sells you the machine and a brief safety insert you read once and lose. It does not tell you about the 6 specific operational mistakes that turn a survival tool into a liability. It does not tell you what happens to your appliances when you reconnect power incorrectly. It does not tell you how fast a generator becomes useless without a fuel rotation discipline that almost nobody maintains. Tonight we go through all 6. Whether you own a generator already, are thinking about buying one, or are trying to figure out whether a generator is even the right solution for your situation, this is the honest version of the conversation. Subscribe now and stay for number 5. It is the mistake that destroys more generators in the first hour of an actual blackout than any other single error, and it is completely avoidable with one 30-second habit. 1. Running it indoors, in a garage, or within 10 feet of any opening. Carbon monoxide is colorless, odorless, and kills at concentrations that give you almost no warning before incapacitation. A standard portable generator produces roughly the same carbon monoxide output as dozens of idling cars simultaneously. In an enclosed or semi-enclosed space, that concentration reaches lethal levels in minutes. The 10-foot rule is the minimum, 10 feet from any door, window, or vent that connects to an occupied space. Downwind of the structure, not upwind. Not in a garage with the door open, not under an overhang connected to the house, not on a covered porch, outside in the open with airflow moving away from the building. In documented post-disaster fatalities, the pattern is consistent. People move generators closer to the house because of rain, because of noise concerns, because of convenience. That decision has killed people in every major weather event of the last 20 years. Rain covers exist specifically so you do not have to make that trade-off. Buy one before you need it and keep the machine outside regardless of conditions. 2. No carbon monoxide detector inside the home. Even with correct outdoor placement, CO can migrate into a structure under certain wind and pressure conditions. A battery-powered carbon monoxide detector inside your home is the last line of defense against a placement decision that seemed correct but was not. In a grid-down scenario, your hardwired CO detectors are not functioning. A battery-powered unit costs under $25 and operates independently of the grid. Install it before a blackout makes it relevant. Test it when you install it and every 6 months thereafter. This is not a complicated preparation. It is a $25 insurance policy against the single most common generator-related cause of death in disaster scenarios. 3. Backfeeding the grid through direct household wiring. This is the mistake that kills utility workers. When a generator is connected directly to household wiring without a proper transfer switch, the power it produces flows not just into your home, but back out through the meter and into the utility lines outside. Lines that utility crews assume are dead while they are working to restore power. This is called backfeeding, and it is illegal in most jurisdictions for exactly this reason. It has killed linemen in the aftermath of multiple major storms. The correct solution is a transfer switch, either a manual or automatic unit installed by a licensed electrician that physically disconnects your home from the utility grid before connecting generator power to your circuits. This is not optional safety theater. It is the barrier between your generator and the utility infrastructure that the people trying to restore your power are working on. If you are running a generator through an extension cord to specific appliances rather than through your home wiring, this does not apply. The risk is specifically about direct wiring connections without a transfer switch. 4. No fuel rotation in running stale gasoline. Gasoline degrades. In a standard storage container without fuel stabilizer, gasoline begins breaking down within 30 to 60 days, forming varnish deposits that clog carburetors, gum up fuel lines, and prevent a cold engine from starting. The generator that sat in your garage for 18 months with the tank half full of last summer's gasoline will not start on the night you need it. The discipline is simple and takes 5 minutes twice a year. Run your generator under load for 30 minutes every 6 months. This exercises the engine, confirms operational status, and cycles your fuel. Add a fuel stabilizer like Stabil to any gasoline you are storing for more than 30 days. Rotate your stored fuel cans on the same schedule, fresh fuel in, old fuel into your vehicle. This is the habit that determines whether your generator starts when the grid goes down or sits silent while you troubleshoot a carburetor in the dark. 5. Connecting appliances before the generator has stabilized. This is the one. The mistake that destroys more generators in the first operational hour than any other single error, and the one that a 30-second habit eliminates completely. When a generator starts cold, the engine RPM and the electrical output it produces are unstable for the first 30 to 60 seconds of operation. Connecting high-draw appliances, refrigerators, air conditioners, sump pumps, anything with a compressor motor, during this stabilization period creates an electrical load spike that can damage both the generator and the connected appliance simultaneously. The habit is this: start the generator, wait 60 seconds. Verify the output is stable. Most generators have a voltage indicator or the engine note settles to a consistent pitch. Then connect your appliances one at a time, starting with the lowest draw items first and working up to the highest. This sequence costs 60 seconds and protects equipment that costs hundreds to thousands of dollars to replace. 6. No load calculation and overloading the unit. Every generator has a rated continuous wattage and a peak surge wattage. The continuous rating is what it can sustain indefinitely. The peak rating is what it can handle for the brief second of startup surge that motor-driven appliances require when they first turn on. Running a generator continuously above its rated output causes overheating, trips the overload breaker repeatedly, and shortens the engine life dramatically. Before you connect anything, add up the wattage of every appliance you plan to run simultaneously. Refrigerators, lights, fans, phone chargers. Compare that total to your generator's continuous watt rating, not the peak rating, the continuous one. Leave a 20% buffer. If your load calculation exceeds that buffer, prioritize. Run the refrigerator and the lights, not the refrigerator, the window unit, the sump pump, and the television simultaneously on a unit rated for half that combined load. This calculation takes 10 minutes with a piece of paper and the wattage labels on your appliances. It is the difference between a generator that runs cleanly for days and one that trips its breaker every 40 minutes through a week-long outage. 6 mistakes. Carbon monoxide placement. No independent CO detector. Grid backfeeding without a transfer switch. Stale fuel from lack of rotation, appliance connection before stabilization, and overloading from no load calculation. A generator is not a passive safety net. It is a machine that requires correct operational knowledge to function safely and reliably. The industry gives you the machine. Tonight you got the knowledge. Drop a comment below and tell me whether you already own a generator and which of these 6 you are not doing correctly. The honest answers are what make this channel useful to the next person who needs it. Subscribe if this is the preparedness content your feed has been missing. And the next video covers the alternative for people who do not want a generator or cannot run one safely in their living situation. The complete off-grid power setup that costs less than a mid-range generator, requires zero maintenance, and has no moving parts to fail. That one is coming soon. Do not miss it.